Hey guys, my name is David DeMuzio, and about 9 years ago, I had my first hair transplant surgery. There has been a lot of progress since then, so in this video, I want to talk about some of the new treatments and medications that people are using very successfully to treat hair loss, both after having hair transplant surgery, and we'll discuss why that's important, and also even better if you can catch hair loss before it actually happens. So by the time I was about 25 years old, I was really going bald, as you'll see. And it had gotten to the point where I probably needed to have a hair transplant to get back to the place that I wanted, which is, this kind of hairline like I have now. That said, there are some people that really are able to reverse pretty significant hair loss by using the treatments that we're going to talk about in this video. Now, this video is sponsored by Iristore, and that's one of the treatments that I use. So that's this thing right here called a low-level laser therapy device. So I'll go over everything that I use currently in this video, but I want to do Iristore's first because, hey, they're sponsoring this video. So this right here, I put on my head every other day for 25 minutes. There's a little timer right here. And you just stick it on your head and walk around the house or do whatever you're doing. Watch some TV like this. And now Iristore uses both low-level lasers, these red lasers, and they also use LEDs. Now, there are other laser hats on the market, but they only use lasers. And so why is also using LEDs important? Well, I will put an article in the video description. It'll just be a little Google Drive link, and you can actually read all up on this, but it's incredible. LEDs are actually used by NASA in space to help heal astronauts. So they found that with a lack of gravity, a lot of times astronauts will get injured and they actually won't heal until they get back to Earth. And one of the ways that they've found that helps astronauts heal in space is actually using LEDs to treat their wounds, because the way that LED lights work, the right kinds of LEDs and the right wavelength, they actually help your cells to regenerate. And so the wavelengths of the laser, which is a certain kind of wavelength, and that working on your hair at the same time as the LEDs in combination is just the best 1-2 punch for your hair. 6 years ago, I got my Iristore helmet, and about 5 years ago, they started endorsing me as well, and I started endorsing them. So this is the one that I use, the Iristore Professional, and they are having a huge Cyber Monday sale. So during Cyber Monday, I think it's going to be up to about $400 off using my code DEMUSIO. I hope you guys will check that out. So let's go over some of the other things that I also use. I also use this right here. This is like a derma roller. I don't personally use the derma roller on my head. I just use it on my face. The reason that I don't is because most of the time when it's used on the head, they do it in combination with some kind of other topical treatment, like a topical minoxidil or a topical dutasteride or something like that. And I don't use any topical treatments, so I haven't been using the derma roller on my head. There might be some kind of benefit of me doing that, but I've just been using it on my face. So this is the other thing that I do. And this is a compounded pill by Stonegate Pharmacy. It's made specifically for my surgeon, but you can get the ingredients that are in it from other places. I just like this because it's all formulated in one pill, and it is 1.1 milligrams of finasteride, 5 milligrams of oral minoxidil, and 1 milligram of biotin. And that's all in just one little blue pill. It's super convenient that I pop every day. Boom, right there. And my brothers are also using this thing. My brothers actually pretty much do all this stuff that I'm doing now too. And none of them have gone as bald as I did because I got them on these treatments before they started losing their hair. So, which is also what I would suggest for you if you're not there yet. So I pop this pill every single day, and it's just an easy, convenient way to keep my hair as strong as possible. So let's talk about that. Why am I using this laser helmet? and these different treatments after having a hair transplant. Well, the thing people don't kind of realize is that even transplanted hair is susceptible to DHT and it can still fall out and miniaturize over time. I actually know a lot of guys that have had way more hair transplants than me, and they don't have a good looking head of hair. Like their head of hair looks horrible, unfortunately. And it's almost always because of the fact that even though they got all these surgeries done, they actually didn't do anything to help them continue maintaining both the transplanted and non transplanted hair. So, even if you're going to get surgery, it's really important you do all these things. All of the studies that have been done show that using multiple treatments together, so using like the iRestore laser helmet or laser helmet with the LEDs in combination with something like finasteride and minoxidil, is going to give a better result than just doing one thing by itself. So what's important about this snowball effect and using all of these treatments is that each one of these treatments, like the lasers and LEDs, they work differently than minoxidil, and minoxidil works differently than finasteride. So each one of them, and finasteride works different than the laser and LEDs. So all of them sort of work in combination because they're all attacking your hair loss in a different way. So that's why it's really important to try and use as many protocols as possible to fight off hair loss before it happens, whether that's before or after a hair transplant. So these things like finasteride and oral minoxidil, biotin, derma rollers, they're always basically about the same price and you can buy them anytime. But right now for Cyber Monday, these are the biggest sales of the whole year for the iRestore low level laser therapy device. So if you want to get one, remember, the code is DEMUSIO. That will get you the best price going. And right now, you could save up to $400 off. The link is in the comments and the video description. I know that the combination of these treatments is going to do wonders for your hair.